Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by Ghostbed.com. Oh, Nooners. Really stretching the noon part today because we're going live at noon central today, Jabes.
Yeah, we don't really. Here's the thing. We'll go live at noon in one of the time zones at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That exists in this world.
It's going to be noon somewhere.
Somewhere. Made it today, kids. Typically, you know what? Shit. Like, all of this is real, everything we talk about. I have a pack of Liquid IV. I have coffee. I have Liquid IV in my water, and then I fucking move on with my day. Promo code REVOLUTION gets you 25% off everywhere there. But today, when I walked in, I was like, shit, we're out of, like, bottled water here. What do I have left? Now, Liquid Death is not a sponsor, but when I looked at it in the fridge, this looks like the old malt liquor cans for Colt 45.
Yes, we did a whole thing on it when the people were here, the Nooners were here, actually.
Correct.
And they were like, I like it.
Right. And here's the thing. This is why I bring this up, because for the Nooners that were here that are seeing this, look, they're not a sponsor or anything, but the cans that were here when you guys were here are still there because no one will pick this up because they think it's Colt 45. Even I gave a pause where I was just like, should I be drinking right now or no? Oh, it's Liquid Death. Sorry about that. So I'm going to pop open a Liquid Death here. I'm a little nervous to put the Liquid IV in this shit, though. Like, what would happen? Will it, will it foam up?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either.
Will you be so hydrated? Because there is such a thing as drinking too much water, right?
Mm-hmm. Bob is not on. I don't know. But will this foam up over the side and create like a childlike volcano science project event? I'm not sure.
We're not sure.
I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So we'll give it a go today. I need it. We'll see what happens.
It is something that happens with these like
Mikey died from pop rocks, so
fraternities and stuff, hazing, where they like drink too much water and die.
Oh,
yeah. So
Milk.
I'm worried because you are like you're like fraternity boy age.
I'm a frat star though. Frat stars.
Have you
never
graduated yet?
Frat stars never die.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So you could still die from it.
Drink all of the liquids, all of the waters, and yeah.
I got you.
Here we are though today, Jabes.
Kind of, yeah.
One. It didn't foam up, so we're good to go. But I got the Liquid IV in there. Again, 25% off. Promo code REVOLUTION. LiquidIV.com. Love them. A sex cult is now seeming fun to me. It seems fun, and I think we should explore it with each other first, and then maybe venture out. Because Allison Mack from Smallville, head of the Nexium cults with Keith Raniere.
Yeah.
They had the fun, flirty burn-ins with the branding, and she only got 3 years in prison yesterday. So,
because she was remorseful, and people are saying that this is going to connect with Ghislaine.
Is it?
In a way, yeah. I mean, it's the same sort of thing where she was grooming all of these people and was part of it, but then she could also say that she was groomed too, and she was manipulated too. And if you're very remorseful, we're thinking maybe this sets a precedent for that kind of stuff, for a female being part of the assault, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this, man. If you're gonna groom, if Keith was grooming somebody.
Sure.
Obviously Allison Mack is who he was grooming. I don't really believe that, but let's say he was grooming her and Epstein was grooming Ghislaine.
Mm-hmm.
winner's Epstein in that, in my opinion.
Of like,
Yeah, if I had to groom one of those two, it'd be Ghislaine.
oh, you think so?
Yes. Yeah,
I
100%.
thought you were into an Allison Mack.
No, dude. Too
I
thin.
think, yeah, I think
too fucking, no tits, no nothing.
I thought
like,
sometimes you like a little 12-year-old boy body.
No. Don't like
Body.
it. Don't like
Body, okay.
No.
You got to hear the rest of the sentence. Just the body type.
No.
Okay.
No, dude.
I'm really just trying to figure it out.
The only people I've dated who were like thin had like huge fake tits. So no, there was something to offset it, right? Whereas Allison Mack, nothing. She's nothing to offset there. She's no fake tits, no nothing. She's just a plain Jane to me. Like the only positive part about her, I guess, was Smallville was a big show, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, just thinking this out loud because that's what we do here.
Oh yeah, actually,
podcast. Thinking it out loud.
Did date skinny guys with big dicks.
Yeah. So, whatever, dude. What was I going to say? Thinking about this out loud. If you're going down the Smallville route like that, yes, you can get other girls in. So if you're starting a sex cult, you probably want to start with a little bit of fame.
Right. You have to.
Yes.
Because
you don't have the money aspect of it. Whereas
they have to
Epstein had the money.
trust you, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, Ghislaine actually had the money and the wealth and the fame as well.
But later, was she rich
yes,
prior?
Yes.
Oh,
when they met,
okay.
her very rich, famous father had just died.
Who's her father? I don't know.
I could look up the name, but basically he was Bob. Maybe you can help me with this. But
Maxwell House Coffee. Have you heard of it?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
Oh, dude, I was like, yo,
Bob, yes. But anyways,
I would have been shocked.
Ever
dude.
heard of it? Hello.
My God. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
he had yachts and boats, and he was like an art. What was he?
What did he do?
He was essentially a publishing magnate.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
So, but when she was a child, she was on what?
Yeah.
Yachts. She was super rich. She was in those circles anyway. So when Epstein found, it's to your point, actually, that he was like, okay, this person is connected, rich, socialite, people know her and love her and trust her.
Yeah.
More importantly, trust her for all different kinds of reasons, but more importantly, that she is mildly famous in certain circles and rich.
Yeah. So, look, it's Team Ghislaine on that one. If I have to choose, obviously both of them are horrific people, and they all deserve to die. But when faced with a choice, if I walked out of the studio today, somebody grabbed me in the back alley and put a gun to my head and said, choose one, motherfucker, sex cult, who's your partner, Allison Mack, Ghislaine Maxwell, Maxwell. I'll scream out Maxwell.
Who would you choose if you were like starting one now, let's say, that would have a good sort of, maybe a little bit weird, but you think people would trust them and you can kind of figure it out. Go ahead.
Jessica Alba. And it is not for her looks either.
No.
Because in real life, when you're describing what you were talking about as like a little kid body, that's what Jessica Alba's like in real life. She looks great on screen. Oh. I promise you, in real life, it's just a normal girl. Like, I don't think you'd be as impressed as you're hoping for, right? If you're looking for impressive on screen and off, you go Megan Fox in that arena.
Right.
But it's not Alba. But I wouldn't take Megan Fox because she shouldn't fucking do anything. So with Jessica Alba,
also people wouldn't really trust her.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
100%?
She doesn't have that like motherly whatever friend vibe. You're like, I know you're in a sex cult already.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna actually follow you into anywhere. Yeah.
Now with Alba, you've got the whole mom line of honest,
which
bullshit.
is a cult.
Oh, yes. Honest.
Which is a cult.
It is. Yes.
I've
you
dated.
could literally just say, she's honest.
100%.
She owns honest.
100%.
She's a terrible boss, according to the girls I've dated.
Right.
That
I
worked at
love.
Honest.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because I think her company is in the process of being sold, or might have sold for like
I think it's sold already.
Billions of dollars. What I want to say 1.5. What was it about her? What did they say that made her an awful boss?
Typical, just kind of like treating her employees like shit, just talking down to them, kind of screaming at them and stuff. It's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't blame her on that. Dan, you fucking dick. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, if we go by that,
Yeah, if we're going by that standard, then I'm a fucking asshole too. Yeah, this guy.
I like these answers in here. Alicia Cuthbert, Mandy Moore, Rachel Ray.
No. No.
Do you know what I mean?
Nobody's gonna want to fuck Rachel Ray. I love you, Rachel Ray, and that's real.
But she doesn't necessarily have to. It's just when I say to single dudes that are like in the company sometimes, like, I can be a wing woman. Why? Because I'll befriend the girl. She'll trust me, my co-signing of you.
Right.
Because she likes me. And then she'll be like, well, if Jessie likes them, or you know what I mean? So in that sense, if you're not having to do anything with them, but in that sense, I would say, yeah, just find the girl that other girls are going to like.
Let's see. Timmy D here has got it correct. He said Candace Owens. Great one. Great one. She could absolutely talk you into a cult and everything else. Timmy D said she's a freak. I don't know that. I don't know any of
I actually think she's the opposite of a freak.
Who knows? We don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Blake Lively, okay.
No.
Okay.
She wouldn't be too nice. She's too nice. She wouldn't do it. Wouldn't go along with it.
Courtney Love. Now, again, these are people that
No.
you wouldn't trust because you already have a weird feeling about them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So no to all of these. Candace Owens is the only one I'll agree to. Lindsay Lohan, too dumb. She's gonna get sloppy. She's gonna fuck that up.
Betty White's a good one.
A lot of these are personal. Betty White.
Would you not?
No.
Would you not trust her?
Slide on in on the ghost bed and have sex with a 100-year-old lady? No, dude. No. You'd have to go back to fucking. What was the year in Back to the Future? 1955.
Yes.
How many gigawatts?
1.21.
Okay.
What?
Bob, I'm keeping you on your toes here.
I'm a 90s kid. I know what
There
I'm
it
fucking
is.
talking about.
There it is. Back to the Future. Back to the Future. So yeah, you'd have to go back to 1955. That would knock off 60 years. 65. Shit. Is that even enough? Yeah, she'd be 35. Betty White. Betty White in 1955. Fine.
Okay.
Not in this fucking century.
Yeah.
But that's why. So like you need somebody like that. Somebody who's kind of like Jessica Alba, kind of boring, already has cultish, followers already and everything else. That's a great one to do that with. But now that we know that it's only 3 years for branding people, let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Holy shit. That's it? 3 years for branding a bunch of fucking strangers? Let's go. Now, the only thing I can't figure out about this case, now that it's over, is like why she was fucking that dude, It's got to be like some father issues in her past.
She was a real weirdo, and you did see the doc, right?
Yes. Watched it with you.
Real weird.
Most of it.
She has issues.
Father issues, right?
Yeah, well, among the other, but yeah, one of them is definitely a daddy thing.
Yeah.
Daddy issues, along with all kinds of other things. She's just a real freak.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And 100%, it may have been her idea.
I bet it's close. I bet it was 50-50 on that.
But you can also say as a woman, thankfully, it was my idea because I thought he would like it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you can always flip it.
Yeah, you can always spin it.
Well, you can always shift blame as a woman, which we don't have a lot of things, but we definitely have that.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I was manipulated. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, he told me to do it.
I'm just a lady.
Yes, and look, I'll use it, Bob.
Why not?
Again, I don't have a lot.
Why wouldn't you?
But I do have crying when you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Right? When you get in trouble. I was manipulated. There's all of these things that we're going to take advantage of.
Why wouldn't you? I'm a piece of shit. I would play so many cards. Like if I was black, I would play the race card if I was like fucked in a situation. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
Yes.
I'm not saying everyone would do that. Of course not. But like if you have a card to play.
Yeah.
Play it.
You use what you're born with, Bob.
Play it.
You use what
Do you know what I
you're
mean?
born
And
with.
I do.
Don't overplay it.
Don't overplay
but play it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do because I will. No.
Yeah.
I will overplay it. I actually don't do that with cops. I've done it one time. It does not work, girls. It's better to just pull the shirt down and be honest.
Yeah. And be
Do you know what I'm saying?
here's my tits.
Yeah, and just be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I've told the story of like when I got pulled over, the one and only time, because I didn't know you couldn't speed here. I just felt like, I don't know, I'm in Texas, it's open, you can do whatever. I'm in the country roads, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna. So totally speeding, got pulled over. He's like, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, well, shirt down a little bit, just a little bit.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably because I was speeding and my registration is expired and I don't have an insurance card on me and my ID is from another state. And he's like, what?
Yeah. You just start laying out everything?
I did.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, well, let me see. And I was like, I can let you see the things that I have.
Yeah.
The things that I don't, you're going to have to write me a ticket for. Do you know what I mean? But he was so thrown off by me just naming all of the things. I probably named more than that. Just
Sure.
to be like, oh, and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt and I put on, right?
I'm O negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got cum in my hair when I was 19.
I didn't pay my
I had to
taxes
cut
last
it.
year,
I had to cut
whatever.
it.
Yeah. So
Well, now that's real.
calm down.
God damn it, dude.
What?
FTE. That's just for our diehards.
Calm down.
The YouTubes.
But anyways, don't bring our shit onto the stage.
Not using code words that all our listeners know. FTE. They're going to be real amped about this after the 40-second delay on YouTube. I'm going to be real amped about that. Know that I know that you know that we know together, and I'm with you guys. Ape strong on that one. Timmy D is saying Daniel Fishel. Yes, Topanga would be a good one, actually, for real. Yeah. I'll give you that one, too. Timmy D's on fire. Jesus Christ, it's like Timmy D's in an actual goddamn cult. Love you. That's great. 2 bangers he dropped out to the world. Now, on the reverse of this, you've got Mr. Cosby. Give me one of those. Hit me with one.
Wow.
It will never not be funny. Give me one more. I gotta have it
Here
today.
I go down the slope. Oh, I'm going zip zop zooming the bop.
I needed it today, Delco Dan. I needed it. Man, I needed that today. Cosby, on the other hand, is just fucking partying, dude. He's having pudding pops tonight, doing all of the things that he wants to in this world. And what I found inspiring yesterday was the post by Felicia Richard, who played Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show, saying, thank God this injustice has been righted and, Cosby didn't deserve to be in jail and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to get in depth with you about this because this reminds me a lot of the Michael Jackson shit where people just can't get past who their favorite person was. And then they're like, no, I don't believe any of those 60 women.
Yeah.
When he said in a deposition, hey, dude, yes, I put drugs in her fucking drink. Like, you said it. You already said it. It's out in the world. You can't take-seize it back. So I don't know what her fucking excuse is of...
Well, she wrote another post after that.
She did. I missed that one.
Yeah.
Bob, will you pull that up on Twitter for Felicia Richard?
So she put up a follow-up post.
Great.
That was like, I stand with all, sexual assault, and I know from friends of mine that it's debilitating and all of this. All my hope is only for healing.
Yeah.
So the
there it is. Okay, so this is on the screen
doing
here.
that
I fully
is
support
almost worse.
survivors of sexual assault coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be insensitive to their truth. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wish is for healing. Well, Felicia,
Yeah.
they were healing when he was in prison. Now the
Yeah.
Band-Aid has been ripped off, and that fucker's out in the world.
Yes. And so I think that post is almost worse coming on the heels of the other.
100% agree.
So if you just put it on the other, that means you believe that he's actually innocent. You're the one person in the world. And hey, have it. If you believe that he's out, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
But then when you put that extra, but I'm also going to play to both sides, right? Which is the first post she thought was going to go to a place of like a race thing, right?
Well,
Of like a wrongful, man in prison, whatever.
Sure.
It didn't go that way. So then she went the other way, right?
That's not the way to go. Either way, look, find a new fucking route because either way
And
is
by the
wrong.
way, this is
Both
how they're
ways
going
are
to
wrong.
release Chauvin, by the way. In the middle of the night with no fanfare, and people are going to have to be like, what?
No.
Wait.
Cosby was midday.
Just saying, though, with no fanfare, nobody really knew about it. It was like, wait, what?
Pull up this picture from yesterday. Cosby exiting the jail, throwing at the deuces.
But this is what's going to happen.
The fucking balls on this guy, dude.
It's going to be a couple years. They're going to let things die down, and then they're going to let him out in the same exact way.
Probably. Well, look, yes.
No leading up to it. We're not going to know about, because we didn't know about Cosby even having that in the pipeline.
No.
As far as he had that in his back pocket of everything that was used was illegally used, and we will get you out.
There it is. Look at that, dude. Look at that fucking gangster. Cosby.
Yep.
He's ready to go back on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. right now. Right now on NBC. Look at that. Chucking up the deuces. When he walked into the court, he was blind. So what we're learning
And he couldn't walk,
today,
by the
and
way.
he couldn't walk. He
Yep.
was using a walker. What we're learning today, though, is if you are blind, go to jail because it cures blindness. So maybe if Helen Keller would have just gotten sentenced to prison or just raped a bunch of dudes, she would have come out full eyesight. This is apparently what's happening. I just saw Harvey Weinstein because he got transported to L.A. And he walked out and transported. He could see again because he was in prison. And that's, again, I really want to hammer that home. Prison cures blindness. We've solved it now. So I think any funding that's going towards scientists is worthless. Give it back. And just go to prison. It cures blindness. Cosby just rolled out like he was in the fucking 1968 Olympics, just like he had won a gold. And his hair looks great. He's got a new haircut that's fun and flirty. Do you get that in jail? Do they give you like a better barber of like, oh shit, you're getting out of here. Let's get you. Who's your stylist? Bill? Because we'll get them in the jail and they can shave you up, give you a nice fade.
Yeah.
He looked great.
Yeah.
Cosby looked great. Fuck, he might deliver a baby, dude. Tomorrow. Who knows? Hit me with one more of those sound effects. I need it. Oh, I need it.
Kids, they listen to the rap music, which gives them the brain damage.
God damn it. Cosby, dude. Back in these streets. And he's not going back, kids. Look, they've already tried him. Not once, but twice. And now he's out with the Supreme Court, so he's not going back to jail.
No, he cannot be tried for any of those.
No.
Ever again.
So if you think that Cosby's going back, you can't
Nope.
do it.
Nope.
He's out. He'll be shot. He'll be taking
Can
fucking
there be
meetings.
civil suits, though?
Well, the civil suits already took place.
And the
Okay.
civil suit's why he's out.
Yes.
Got
Because
it.
he testified in the
And
civil.
so there's no other that can come up.
No, this is a Mount Rushmore prosecutorial failure.
Fuck up.
So bad.
And I'd love to blame it on something else or like, oh man, he was a celebrity and beat the system. No, it was just improper fucking judicial bullshit that like there's nothing else you can say other than whoever tried that case is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I was thinking about this like
For the prosecution.
yeah, like the prosecution did such a bad job that I don't think you would have needed anywhere near Bill Cosby's money to get out of this.
No.
Like a middle class person could have gotten out of this with a halfway decent lawyer. Like you would have to basically be poor to not be able to unfuck yourself out of this. Like
Yeah.
I have enough money, and it's not a lot, to be able to get a decent enough lawyer who could see that and be like, well, that's clearly a fuck up, and we're gonna attack.
Oh, easily. I mean, in record time. So like that's the fastest you can get out of that kind of conviction. Because what was it? 2 years he was behind bars. Usually that shit's longer.
Yeah, I think it was. Was it like trial still going on? And he was time served, or was he convicted? And this was an appeal case.
Well, here's the thing: the first one, he was not guilty, so he was out. And when they retried him, he didn't have to go to jail for that because he was going back on trial. So when he did get convicted, it was from that conviction to now or yesterday, and he's out, and that's it. Cosby's out. He'll be in pitch meetings Monday morning in Burbank, dude, to NBC. Now I got this show, and that's where we're at in this world. So, congrats,
it's kind of
Bill.
a Orange is the New Black type of deal, right?
Maybe. Well, his new show?
Yeah, but it's just him in that same Orange is the New Black prison with all the ladies.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You don't like the hijinks that would ensue?
Because you can't mix them up with the ladies, right? I think if you're going to go prison, you make them inspirational.
Maybe we do like a fun, what was that show with Tom Hanks and the guy where they...
Bosom buddies.
Maybe we do like a bosom buddies,
Yeah.
Orange is the New Black situation? You don't like it?
No, I'd workshop it. I would almost go some type of Shawshank mentorship, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. I would go that route where he's mentoring young men, you know, like...
We'd have to switch those out with Latinx women, actually.
Well, trans. They were women that switched over,
Okay.
and then he's in jail like Andy Dufresne. Because obviously we're going to take out the white guy in that. And we're just going to reboot Shawshank. He's Andy Dufresne. And so he's teaching the prisoners how to read, all that other shit, make better lives for themselves and everything else. So
Right.
Good on him. Bill, you beat the system, my man. Or the system just fucking failed at that point, and you exploited that. That's great. Good for you. Good for Cosby, brother. He's back. He's fucking back. He's going to have a social media like OJ's now. Mark my fucking words. OJ Simpson, like we all follow him on Twitter. Hey there, Twitter world. It's OJ here. And he'll go on like 5-minute runs. I'd expect Cosby to do the same shit.
Cosby's not fun, though. Say what you want about OJ, who cut off 2 people's heads.
Sure.
Outside
Crime
of that,
of passion wasn't a long and illustrious career of rape.
Yeah,
But
I mean, history of domestic violence. Still,
Sure.
But otherwise, fun guy.
Yeah.
Right? Goes golfing,
everybody
has beers.
loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosby is a fucking, like, scold.
Oh, ask any comic that's ever had to work with him or talk to him. They did not like him.
Who?
They
yes.
respected him on stage, but every comedian that's big right now or that has worked with him has a story about Cosby being a fucking piece of shit to them.
Yep. Every single one. Eddie Murphy is the most infamous. He went up to a young Eddie Murphy and just said, everything you're doing is wrong. It's terrible for the black community. You need to work clean. Your jokes are filthy. You're an awful human being, and you're personally bringing down the black race.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy was just like, man, that's my hero saying this. And they were like, how did you shake it? And he goes,
Oh, no. He mentally fucked not only 60 women, but every comic that was coming up that had the pleasure of being mentored by him.
Yeah. Well,
he's just a mental fucker.
Here's the other aspect of this, too, is people weren't asking Cosby to mentor them. He would just
that's
show
what
up
I'm
and
saying.
do it. Yeah. Dead
Neither
serious.
were these ladies. He fucking mentally raped all these comics.
Yep.
He physically and mentally raped all these women.
Yeah. Hammer the like button if you were against rape. If you're not, don't touch the like button on YouTube.
I believe he made a NCAA football player, a black football player in college, cry because he had a 2.8 GPA.
Yep.
And basically told him he was also failing black people.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a fun,
So fun.
sweet
oh,
guy.
I can't wait for that Twitter.
He got a doctorate from Temple, too, like an honorary doctorate from them.
Yeah, a lot of
Dr.
honorary
Bill Cosby.
doctorates.
Yeah, I want one. I'm a real...
Ask Ohio State.
That's my dream. I want to get big enough to where I get that, and then I'm on stage with that honorary doctorate, and then I'm going to make all of you motherfuckers call me doctor every day of my life. Next up, this one is breaking news here. Now, this is an example of speaking it into existence, and I love it. I'm not going to say that we did this collectively. as a show. And when I say collectively, I mean all of us. I mean you, Jessie. I mean Hot Bob. And I mean Delco Dan. We spoke this into existence. It has now happened. Meghan Markle. Wrong one. Sorry. I'm going to take that again. Try to go way too dramatic, way too David Muir with it. Meghan McCain announced she is leaving The View. She's gone.
We just did a cringe corner with her.
Did. Thank you. What was it, 2 days ago? Was that 2 shows ago?
It was.
We went all in on our hatred for Meghan McCain. Like, gone.
The cringy. How funny. I wonder what's the intel on that?
Could be the Free Britney post. To be honest with you, I'm a fun, flirty club kid.
Something like that needs to be in the works ahead of time, right?
Boy. I'm looking at the announcement because this is going on right now. This was no easy decision. I'm just eternally grateful for the opportunity and blah, blah, blah. Yeesh.
Now, who's the main one on hers? Is it Whoopi?
Yeah.
By main one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways, Whoopi.
Yeah.
So they hate each other. And it was bound to happen. Like, they all really don't like her. What are you reading?
No, everybody hates her. Like, there's just nothing positive here. And
she's just such a pandering, annoying, cringy person, right? That like.
Yeah, and there's an account here that I'm reading that is verified, so it has a blue check mark on it. It's called Liza Minnelli Outlives.
Outlives?
It's the legendary singer, Liza Minnelli. It's an account dedicated to showing how she will outlive us all. A sometimes humorous account that is curated with love by whoever Scott Gorenstein is. Mm-hmm. His tweet to this was, Meghan McCain lasted 4 years on The View. Liza Minnelli has outlived her entire existence on The View. So what he does is just goes in and looks at every horrific situation and says, Liza Minnelli outlives all of you. Yes, she's still alive.
Isn't that, we've talked about the ones where you're like, are they alive?
Yeah, she's alive.
Okay.
Looks great.
Pull
up a recent picture of Liza Minnelli.
We're playing fast and loose with the term great.
We're
but
not
I think
for her age.
100%.
What do we got, Bobby? Bobby 3 Sticks.
Bobby.
Trying to find. All right, this one looks recent-ish.
Okay. Recent-ish. Now, how old is she? Because I want you guys to apply her age to this photo. I would think she's 80.
Okay. Yeah.
88. I would say 88 years old, probably. That's my guess.
She did the right thing by getting major plastic surgery early so that you always remember her in that way, right?
How old is she?
Not going to make our granny list. She's only 75.
75 is not bad. For Liza
compared to
Minnelli.
what we were pulling up the other day.
We were pulling up the other day.
Yeah.
Old porn stars, right?
Old porn star. I mean, and then even just like the Helen Mirrens and Chers of the world.
Right. Yeah. But you know what? Listen, but Liza weathered. She lived it up. Now that is coke, that is pills, that is drinking.
All of it.
Hard drinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you add those other things in.
Probably still drinking.
So, like, she's, her body is 90. So, for her to look like that, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You look great, Liza. And you will outlive all of us.
I like that.
I like that. Did her husband, is he still alive, David? That was the creepiest fucking dude of all time, by the way. I've never seen a husband like Liza Minnelli's husband is the creepiest fucking.
We are
working. Oh, yeah, dude. Have you never seen it? Have you never seen it?
We are making Bob work overtime this show.
Bobby 3 Sticks.
Thank you, Bob.
Hot Bob. Pull up.
She married a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, pull him up. There it is. That's him. David
That's
something.
right. And he's what? Alive?
It looks like at some point when they were married, he wanted to look like her.
Yes.
Yeah, pull up the one next to it. That one. There we go. Oh, go full screen.
This is upsetting.
That looks like a fucking corpse. That was just like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, so when you say, is he alive, we say, was he ever? Right?
When you want to look like your spouse, that's what it is. This reminds me of some Liberace shit, which where you know, still the greatest gay sex scene in history. Dude, when Michael Douglas is fucking Matt Damon from behind and then makes him do that popper, right, and just right as he comes. Best gay sex scene in a movie ever. But throughout that movie, Liberace makes Matt Damon get surgery to look like him. This could be the same sitch.
This guy's dead too, by the way.
He is dead.
He is. I don't know in that picture, but
R.I.P. Obviously.
Yeah, 2016 he passed away.
2016 is when he officially passed away. Yeah. Before that, he was
2004.
Yeah, they were only married from 02 to 07.
Interessant.
Yeah, so he was there for the Arrested Development years.
Yeah, he was there.
My favorite Liza years, by the way. So good. So good.
Oh, get that image just right in there. Popper.
What a weird callback to that guy. Because I remember being like, oh.
You're welcome. So I'm more than a podcast host. I'm a teacher as well. I'm an educator. We learned a lot today.
All right, Allison Mack, calm down.
Hey, dude.
Calm down,
Let me
Allison
get those brands, brother.
Allie Mack. Yeah.
I'm going to put that right above your pussy. That's where it was.
Yes.
It was top right.
Yes.
We had Bob pull up the pictures yesterday, so I got to get a sweet brand, an RPR brand.
But this is why I'm so fascinated with cults, because they did this. Like, these girls did it.
Yeah.
Got branded.
Yeah.
Stayed in.
Yep.
Thought nothing of it.
Why would you?
Recruited other women.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fascinating to me.
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. And I don't know if they were having sex on a ghost bed, but one would hope. At ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Nothing makes Delco Dan happier than when he hears ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Exit my mouth in this world. 30% off everything in the entire store. 4th of July. The sales are on. Brother. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. Find the best bundle package for you. And then when you check out, congratulations. 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest if you have decent credits. Now, there's a running calculator at the bottom, so it'll tell you what you owe per month. And all of the deals that are on there currently will be spilled into that. And you're looking at about $35 out the door for a new fuck. I was going fuck mattress. Is that a little too on the nose, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck pillow. I wonder if they'll start selling. What are those called? Those fuck pillows? The wedge. Is it the wedge? Is that what it's called?
No, it sounds like excavator kind of, right?
I'm an excavator.
The Liberator or something.
Yeah, that's it. The Liberator. Yeah, that's
something like this. The hip opener. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. What do we got, Bob?
I just Googled pillows you can have sex with.
Yeah.
It's a Bill Cosby body pillow.
Yeah. Well, that one doesn't turn out the way you want it to.
Sure.
It's a triangle. It's
actually you.
Wedge.
You're the pillow.
It's a triangle wedge.
Man, I'm not.
It's like you see in gym class.
It's the Liberator wedge.
Liberator,
Thank you, Jessie, for your sexual knowledge.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And Nick, I guess.
Have you used one?
No.
Okay.
I don't get it.
It's more about the height of it, you know?
I guess I should, because I'm quite short.
Yeah, getting the angles
there's
in
there's a lot of different kinds. Liberators is the #1 on health.com, but there's the Dame pillow.
Is that like Dame Judi Dench?
I think she might have been the pioneer behind it. Sort of like a
that's so her.
Greta Garbo situation where she's inventing things on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, there's so many. I hate the internet. So many pop-ups. The Emphy
we all hate the
inflatable
internet.
Position sex pillow.
Sure.
The Evercharm Half Moon pillow.
Big fan. Big fan.
And then the Liberator also has a ramp and wedge combo.
There you go. There's that wedge. There's that wedge I was talking about.
Ramp and wedge.
Yeah. There's that wedge
now,
I was
are you
talking
just
about.
like rolling down the ramp into
Correct.
the wedge.
Yeah.
Or whatever's on the wedge, man or lady.
Exactly. It depends on what your grip is, and then if you're putting that against the wall or towards the bottom of the bed. So, look, choose your own adventure in that one, kids. I'm not with you, and I can't be with you every day to help you understand about sexual techniques and positions. However, Ghostbed, if you're looking for a market to get into, put a Liberator on your site. They don't have one there right now, but they should. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. Get your mattress set and pillows and all that other fun stuff, and then maybe pop in the comments, Liberator, ? And then you up, ? to Ghostbed, and then they'll see it and reply and be like, maybe we should start this revolution. Next up, we got Babbel.com. Jabes, what are you learning? French?
I was going to learn French, but then it became very apparent that I was never going to be taken there.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And I know the important ones, baguette.
Sure.
Fromage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fromage, baguette, vino. Maybe that's not French. Lord knows. Anyways, I think Spanish is just the best bet. Obviously, if you live in the U.S., you don't know any Spanish, Espanol.
Correct.
It'd be very interessant.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know where the baño was, or the biblioteca, or the bicicleta. You wouldn't be able to talk to Champagne, right?
Tengo una familia grande. Mi casa es muy pequeño.
Right.
Tengo un mamá. Tengo un papá. Tengo tres hermanos.
I have a mom. I have a dad. I have 3 brothers.
Tengo un baño. Oh, no. That's the whole song. Have you never heard that?
Did you learn that on Babbel?
I did. You're welcome.
How fun is Babbel? And easy. Quick 15-minute
14
classes.
different languages.
Yes.
Spanish, French, Italian, and German, among others. Their speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accents. Didn't have one for them. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you get an additional 3 months free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Babbel.com. Use the promo code Nooners. That is BABBEL.com. Promo code Nooners for an extra 3 months free. Babbel, a language for life. Jabes.
And I just want to say about the Truff and Mountain Primal giveaway. We are solidifying the ins and outs, the details.
The meats, if you will.
On Tuesday, we're going to have the full details of what you would need to do to win that.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Truff and just get that ordered.
Truff.com, it's RPR is the promo code.
Promo code RPR for 15% off. Great gifts.
I just did.
Amazing.
Is it weird that I just ordered my parents last night?
Oh my God.
And used my own promo code.
They're going to love it.
I know.
It's one of those gifts where you're like, oh shit.
Well, it used to be sold out all the time, and now they're not. But it's the
but
best.
it will be a Truff and Mountain Primal giveaway together. So we're gonna let you guys know what you need to do that next week after we get everything in place. We don't want to do some kind of giveaway that doesn't really happen, or you don't get your stuff right away. So stay tuned next week, Tuesday, for that Truff.
I got a little bit of breaking news here. The Trump Organization has handed out criminal indictments against Trump's company, its CFO, and they're probing the former president's business dealings. They're looking at taxes and some other shit. Not surprising whatsoever, by the way.
Or interesting, but yeah.
At all. And this is the big breaking story. Look, they're going to go after everything he's ever done in his entire life, just purely based out of spite and hatred at this point. So I guess have fun. I don't know what you're proving anymore at this point. Like, to my knowledge, I mean, shit, you want to go after, you could go after all the presidents for all their bullshit. You go after every politician for all their fucking bullshit and have fun with it. But they're not going to let this dude. And now that he's doing rallies again, too, this is only adding more fuel to the fire. If you did not want him to come back and run, you're not doing a great job of it.
Feels like deja vu with a Delta variant, and now we're talking about Trump again. I can't go back there.
Here's the
thing.
thing.
Kill myself.
Well, but you know who needs it is the media. The media needs these stories. That is it. If you do not have the Delta variant, if you do not have the Trump stories in the headlines, what do you have anymore? So I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but there was something else that drove this home last night that I actually called friends of mine in Los Angeles because I was like, there's no fucking way this is real right now. Regarding the media, they're all down across the board. Everyone, Fox included, all of it, is down on average about 55% since Biden got in, right? He doesn't make any speeches. He doesn't do anything. There's really nothing to cover there. So whatever, right? With Trump being out of the headlines, you were kind of filling that space with coronavirus, right? Now, or COVID or the Chinese virus, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. China. With that, 175 million people have been vaccinated. I think we've reached a point now that it's everywhere. If you're not getting vaccinated, it's your choice at this point. I don't think you can force anybody or shame anybody into getting the vaccination unless you made it federal, but Supreme Court wise, that'll never happen.
Well, there's no incentive right now because they're like,
correct.
Even if you are vaccinated, you still now need to put the mask back on. Which
is where I'm going with this.
Because of the Delta.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going with this, right? So I'm watching the Clippers game last night, the LA Clippers game. It is in Los Angeles. And all of the shots of the crowd, everyone's wearing a mask. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, sports are back in every state, city, everywhere else. No one has to wear a mask to the games or anything. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is it because it's Los Angeles? I called my buddies during the game last night. I was like, hey, dude, are you guys still in LA? And they're like, yeah. And I go, is the mask, like, is that real? Are you guys masking up? And they were like, yes, it just got mandated again. So according to my friends that are still there, the city of Los Angeles has put that back in where you've got to wear a mask and all that shit everywhere. You're fucked. You're fucked. The Delta variant thing. Look, LA is one city where I would guess, and this is a pure guess, probably 80% of the residents there are vaccinated. Super liberal, right? Makes sense. If you are vaccinated and somebody's now telling you to put a mask back on, what are you supposed to say to your government there in that city? Hey, dude, I just got vaccinated. Now you're saying there's another variant. Are you going to give me a new vaccination for that variant? How does that work?
Well, they're saying, I mean, you guys can correct me, but if you have both shots or you are vaccinated, you're fine against the Delta variant. It's just now children and people that aren't vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
No?
They said that the vaccine's fine for the Delta variant. I mean, there's still a small chance you could get either one. Because
you could get sick, but you're not going to, basically the idea if you have a vaccination, no matter what this variant is, you're not going to die. But you
or
can
even
maybe,
have to go to the hospital.
Right, but you may be carrying it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, but even getting it's much, much harder.
Yeah. And they were saying that it's actually kids under 12 or something that are getting Delta variant.
I think this one's a little more kid-friendly, but also because kids are
friendly.
Kids are the only ones that, like, for sure are, like, not
been vaccinated, right. But it also sounds like something that is going to play on my emotions as far as, like, oh, well, fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, if me not getting vaccinated or someone not getting vaccinated is actually killing children, right? Yeah. Then we all got to get it.
Yeah, but they also recommended not having kids under, like, 16 get vaccinated. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah. So...
But then they're saying if everyone else is, then we can protect the kids. Kind of.
It's not like there's a shortage.
Of kids?
No, of vaccines, right?
Vaccines, yeah.
No.
Oh, of kids. Yeah. There
kids
is actually.
Both.
We're not
no
actually.
shortage of either. I saw Biden was going to give 500 million shots to countries around the world that didn't have it. So, like, apparently we have extra shots.
Oh, we have a bunch. The fact that not everybody has it is insane, right?
We have extra shots, and ours is, like, the only ones that work.
Yeah.
Right. And we've, like, thrown them away at the end of the day. I mean, we are embarrassment.
A friend of ours lives in Cambodia, kind of like a...
Really?
Yeah, kind of like a wanderlust situation. She just came back to the United States.
White?
Okay.
Is she white?
She is not.
Oh. I didn't peg you for having any non-white friends.
Ouch.
I'm totally kidding.
Well, I mean, I
He's on one, guys. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, based on where I'm moving and everything, yeah, I mean, white friends or
Totally
non-white
kidding,
friends are out the door.
Sure,
Anyway.
sure. They can't even come in.
Yeah, I mean,
But anyways.
But she was saying like they only have the Chinese vaccine over there, and it's pure dog shit. Like
Pure dog shit, or they have AstraZeneca or all that. The ones that were like
that's the Europe one. That's kind of
sure,
like,
that's kind of iffy, right? Killing more people than helping. So
Yeah, you're stuck. If you're in Los Angeles, and my friends were like, "Well, isn't that going to happen to you?" And I go, "No, that's definitely not going to happen."
what?
I don't think Texans are going anywhere near back to that. And
Hey, bro,
I don't think Governor Abbott would allow it.
I take our oldest child to camp
Yes.
downtown.
Yep.
Have to wear a mask going in. Have to wear a mask when you're picking him up. He has to wear a mask there. When I take him to the toy store.
All day long?
Not all day, but in like, the same thing. In the hall, when you're like.
That's right, because COVID knows you're in the hallway.
Something like this. But if you're in the group, I don't know. All the pictures are of him not wearing it when they're like in a group, so it's fine. But then we go to a toy store afterwards, and I have to wear a mask.
Yes, they
I have
told
to
me
wear
that.
a mask the whole time. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm that Austin would go back to it 100%. Basically, if whatever California is doing as far as that, maybe not our outer area and where Bob's going to be, but.
Yep.
In Austin, yeah, 100%.
Abbott will shut that down.
Yeah, he'll shut
You
that
think
shit down.
so?
Fuck yeah. I like
Why am I still wearing a mask then?
because it is up to the business. So every business, with anything, like shirt, shoes required, no service. Like,
Okay.
you could do that anywhere you wanted to. Like, you can refuse service of anyone.
I mean,
Well,
even
then
the
what is Abbott shutting down?
The coffee shop downstairs is probably like some of the most liberal people we know in the city, and I mean they're great people. Now they're not even wearing masks for their employees.
No.
I went down there this morning, and all of them were, including everyone that was standing in line.
You're kidding.
No.
They stopped doing it.
Yeah, that homeboy with the long hair.
With the long
hair.
hair didn't.
Yeah.
God damn
That's
it,
my
yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the only thing that is good is that you don't get any, I don't think, you don't get any looks anymore, right? The looks of like, oh, you're not wearing one turn into, oh, you must be vaccinated.
Yeah, we're not going back to this bullshit.
Yeah, it was an interesting like 2 weeks at HEB every time you went in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I kept it on till the very last minute to where I was like, the percentage of people not wearing it is comfortable for me.
Yeah, it was me and like one other guy who were like the first to walk in with no mask on, and we were just like, we broed up, dude, and I was just like, yeah.
As soon as I saw someone who I was certain voted for Bernie Sanders without
Absolutely.
a mask on, I was like, I'm good.
Absolutely. You like threw it up in the
Yeah.
air and they were like, sir, can you pick that up? And you're like, no, I'm in HEB.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah.
Starting life. Yeah.
Look, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I think that the past year and a half, whatever, has showed us that you can yell to the heavens that it will never happen and it will do no good. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
I told my friends last night, and who were still in LA, I probably offended the shit out of them, but I said, if I was still there, I would kill myself right now in front of you guys, because you wanted to stay here as well. I would have to end my life. Because that is
You probably offended. I mean,
fucking
again,
awful.
I don't know who
No.
you're talking about, but I'm guessing you did offend them.
So here's the thing. You know when you're on a text thread and you don't hear anything for like 10 or 15 minutes and you're like, did I push it too far? 10 minutes later, unload. My one buddy, 1 out of 3 who was on this text thread in LA, he goes, yeah, man, it's super fucked up. And he goes, in the homeless, and I was like, oh, shit. All right, cool. And he's like, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. And I was like,
Now you guys are both out of the group. Okay.
probably.
You guys both
Probably.
got taken off the thread.
Yeah.
You get a message, by the way, if you're taken off. Not that you would be able to even find that, but
I wondered why probably. Yeah,
I'd
that's
check with your buddy.
so
he may,
funny.
yeah.
But he was, so here's a perfect example. He was liberal. And then after all of this shit, no, he's like, fuck everyone. He goes, I'll give me a goddamn MAGA hat, dude. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit, man. I was like, well, Congratulations. But they were all wearing masks last night at that game, and I was like, holy shit. First of all, those tickets are so goddamn expensive, and you're going to pay for that and then wear a mask. Oh, God. Yeah. Have fun. Have fun with all of it. But congratulations to the Suns who made the finals. Last night, the Suns and 4 guy will live to see the fucking... He'll live to see he'll be courtside at game 1.
I have great news for you.
What's that?
Giannis officially out.
Yes! For the Hawks?
Yeah.
Against the Hawks tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giannis is not playing.
Oh!
Mike the cop is in the chat. What up, dude?
What up, dude?
We love you.
Shit, dude.
Anyway.
Your new show, Mike the Cop is in the chat room. His new show,
I feel honored.
Stop, is a massive hit already. Those guys will be going live off of Mike's feed, Mike the Cop's YouTube page at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Special guest D'Anthony Holloway. Be a fun one.
Love those guys.
Yeah, love those guys. Shout out Tansy, too. Huge, dude, download Failure to Stop. It's a great, great show. Every Fridays on the Tetherball Academy Network.
I'd rather let Bill Cosby buy me a drink than get vaccinated.
Ooh, I'm in that. I think I could outlive that drink. I think I could keep my wherewithal.
That's poor risk reward management.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, breaking news here. I fucking knew it, dude. I told you this yesterday when we got off the phone. I called you in between shows to tell you about the Cosby thing. Mm-hmm. He's huddling with his lawyers, and they're working on a potential lawsuit to sue Montgomery County for being incarcerated for 3 years. So, yes, you can do that 100%.
Did Montgomery just get sued for something else recently?
Yeah, man.
I think that would be the second huge hit.
Yeah. That was the first thing I said to you when we were talking yesterday. I go, dude, because of how we got off and the illegal tactics they used to even try this case, I was like, you could sue the shit out of them for being in jail for 3 years. And let's face it, Cosby's got money. Mm-hmm. Hit me with one. Hit me with one of those. Come on. Oh, man. This is going to be crazy, dude. 3 years in jail. Rapes 60 women, gets out, and now he's going to make $100 million.
Sues. God.
Making my way downtown, fast and loose, and doing whatever I want.
You know I don't really get too crazy or invested or affected by things that aren't right in front of me or affect me personally right in my immediate life. Uh-huh. But this would just be a real fucking 1-2 punch to the victims, to the fucking...
Yeah. He's going to get rich off of this, dude. Cosby.
So then they're violated 3 times.
Yeah.
Because you're raped.
Yeah. Dude, if he's suing Montgomery County, that means he's like YOLOing the discovery of the case, right? Because they'd have to go back and be like, okay, but you did admit under oath
somebody
that
has
you
to
drugged
have
and
that.
raped 60 women.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, and you used that evidence wrong and you put me in jail and now fucking pay me.
Yeah. And it's going to be a settlement because...
The best leak ever or whistleblower ever or some kind of... Give me WikiLeaks, which I've never liked. But that deposition video needs to be somewhere.
So here's the...
Somewhere. Someone put it somewhere and we can rip it a million times and just keep playing it on a loop.
It should be Freedom of Information. Like, it's public record.
Yeah.
We could play that on RPR right now with no problem. Yeah. Like, that's...
And we've all seen
Really?
Yeah, we've all seen the footage. Did you not see it?
I'm sure I did, but I haven't seen it since. Do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen it since where it's like, let's just play that on a loop somewhere.
Yeah.
And have it just be like a reminder every day.
Just go to Felicia Richard's place and play it on a loop, you know? And just say, hey, do you not remember this? Yeah.
In your drink.
Did you hear about this fight last night at that fucking Suns Clippers game?
What, Pat Bev?
No.
Oh, no.
Another fight broke out in the stands between Clippers and Suns fans. Man, Suns fans don't give a fuck anymore. Holy shit. I love to see this. I'm surprised. Well, they haven't had a good team in 30 years. That's why. No.
Yeah,
since
they did.
Barkley.
No, the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire teams.
But did they get to the finals?
They never. That was their thing. They were never able to.
There you go.
They were great.
Good
teams.
team.
They were number 1 seeds multiple times. They just choked in the playoffs.
Yeah. Nothing worth fighting for, though. You know. Now this team is worth fighting for, and I like that. Crowd violence, Jessie, is the theme of the Phoenix Suns, and they're in the finals. So, oof. If it's Suns Atlanta fans, good luck fighting the stands. I get in a fight in the stands. I get arrested there at the fucking stadium. Me and my padre. Thank you, Babel. That's me and my father got arrested, kicking the shit out of those Florida fans. Hey, you guys did it, not me.
A family that beats other people up together
stays together.
You want the fight vid? This is social media, so it's fine.
Yeah, put it up. There we go.
You ready?
Boom.
Yeah.
Pop it up.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh gee. Oh right. Okay.
You say this, that bald guy can take a punch.
Oh my God. They pushed it
Oh,
backwards.
that's smart. That's what you should do. That's what I did.
Oh my God, he could like break his neck, you guys. This is not fun for me to watch
So
at all.
the craziest thing about that fight, very close to the one that I got into with my dad. So it was a row of like 16 people and then like 14 behind them. We were the only 2 Ohio State fans in that section. And they went and let my dad use the restroom. He's like 60 whatever, right? And I was like, hey, dude, what the fuck? And he calls out to me at the end of the row, like, your dad's been fucking using the restroom all goddamn. It was halftime. And I go, no, he's not gone up once. I was like, I've been sitting next to him the whole game. Either way, it is halftime and you let him go. And they were like, no, man, you walk around, go the other way. And I'm like, not doing that. So I go, you have 1 of 2 options. You can let him use the restroom, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And he goes, and he looks around and he goes, man, what are you going to do? It's me and fucking 16, 2 rows of people, whatever he said. And 40 of us, or whatever the fuck he said. And I go, yeah, that's true. But I was like, but I can at least knock you out first in front of your wife. And that's exactly what happened. So
and your dad too.
Then all 16, 15 people jumped in. Very similar to that. I don't know how many punches I took because it was me who threw the first one. But homeboy got knocked out in front of his wife, and he was like maybe a 46-year-old man, you know. And there were national championship tickets. It was Ohio State versus Florida. And then I don't know if I've told this story before, but either way, what happened was, so we ended up getting arrested, and then I'm cuffed and all that other shit. And one family that was sitting on the other side, it was a younger dude with like 2 young children, came over and was like, hey, it was the Florida fans who did this. And he was a Florida fan in that section. So they uncuffed us, let us back up. And when we got back to the seats, they threw out both rows, gone. So they didn't even get to see the game. So not only did you get knocked out, your team won the national championship, so you've got to deal with that the rest of your life, because that was Florida's last basketball championship. But then I got to enjoy the game with my father in an empty row. So
After beating people up.
Yes.
Is there anything better as a man?
No, nothing. I don't even know if another day will top that. And like for my dad, that's like our one bonding moment where like, holy shit, it was 2 against fucking 60.
There's not another day.
No.
There's not another day in your life that.
It's numero uno. And Jerry, if you're watching it at home right now,
I
he
can think of
might be.
Maybe 2 days.
Love you. That was one of the funnest days of my life.
3 would be great, but yeah.
It was one of the funnest days of my life. I love you, Pops. Okay? So, big fan. It really does draw a family together, you know?
Sure.
Brought us a lot closer that day, but it was very similar to that, where it was so many punches, I didn't know where it was coming from. I just tried to knock out as many people as I possibly could, and then the next thing you know, I'm the police, it was like 90, because it was at a national championship, so there was a lot of police. I mean, it was bombarded by like 90 police officers, and they did their job. Not the police's fault. They did their job, and luckily somebody was honest about what happened that day, and there was a couple heroes left standing. So. I was really sore the next day, though. Really sore. But yeah, you got to use that pushback technique that Homeboy used, because that's the only way to get them off their feet, because they're not expecting it, and the seats are only like yay high. So like you're going back immediately. So
yeah,
like,
but bro, you could.
Not my fucking problem.
Right?
Not my fucking problem.
Break some
You could
necks.
snap some verts.
Dude, like that could be fucking manslaughter type shit.
Sorry about it. Again, not my faults. So
Okay.
when you come talking shit like that, sometimes you meet your maker. And that's what happened at that time. It's great. It was great. Either way, Atlanta fans versus Suns fans. Now we're going to get to see some fucking real goddamn action there. Because Atlanta fans, dude, are hardcore. Like, they're there. I will say this, right? Because the Hawks have never been, ever, made the finals in our history. Never even won a goddamn championship.
That's not true. The St. Louis Hawks won a championship in, I believe, 1950.
Bob, that is a city that is nowhere near Atlanta that I ever care about, okay?
Before they moved to Atlanta,
Nope.
that's their lone
Just
NBA
saying.
championship.
Yeah.
We're just saying.
Put some respect on those St. Louis Hawks.
My great-great-grandparents are from fucking Pangea. I don't go around saying I'm Pangean or make people call me that. I'm an American.
Just get ready for that fact to be infographic 100 fucking times in the
Yeah.
final.
But the Atlanta fans that are there that have been waiting all this time, now that this is going on, if they go to the finals, that is a fucking powder keg waiting to go off against two fan bases who haven't won a championship. I don't think the Suns have ever won a championship.
Suns have never won a championship. The city of both cities, I think, only have one championship each, and it's both a random World Series.
No.
Atlanta FC.
Atlanta FC, but the Braves won in 95. I was there for that. Braves won in 95. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to take my dad. If he's watching, shit. Okay. Giannis is out tonight, so hopefully Trae Young is playing, and we will go up 3-2. If we go, I'm going to look dead down the barrel here. Jerry, if you're watching right now, if the Hawks go to the finals, I'm going to take you because I'm going to need you, pal. I'm going to need your guns, all right? I don't even give a shit that he's 68. He's still got it. He's got the old man strength. I'm going to take you there, and we'll take on as many Suns fans as possible if need be. Again, not looking for trouble, Jabes. Not looking for it, but if it finds us, so be it. So be it. Boy, those two fan bases would be absolutely magic together. Powder keg worth of excitement. Jabes, you have a crime corner today?
I do.
Yeah.
Crime corner.
Crime corner.
Police removed group having exorcism for dead trees from Home Depot lumber aisle. Now listen, this is now the majority. Mm-hmm. Whereas like these weirdos used to be minority, right? Oh, those hippies or whatever. Now, this is what we're dealing with. If more than 50% of the U.S. Police in Pennsylvania had a rather strange call this week, which took them to the lumber aisle of a Home Depot store to respond to an exorcism for dead trees from a group. Okay, so each day on Facebook, Dixon City, Pennsylvania. It's Pennsylvania, which I thought was strange, right? Like I would think it was California, Oregon. Do you know what I mean? Share a list of calls they got from various places. So one call in particular stood out earlier this week. So looking for the call was for disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle. Police escorted the group out of the store. No charges were filed. It was just kind of weird and annoying, right?
Yeah. This one, Jabes, is these people.
But this is not strange.
Can we light the people on fire? Can we burn the people or exorcise them?
Now, look, though, is this like a joke? I tend to think it's not, right?
Yeah, I don't
like
think so
back
either.
in the day, I would be like, oh, hilarious. But now I'm like, no, this is really
it's probably real.
sincere,
Yeah.
earnest, like people that are like found each other on Facebook as a group of like who wants to go to the Home Depot and do an exorcism in the lumber aisle for the dead trees.
Yeah.
So Dixon City's right outside Scranton.
There's your answer. Yeah, it's you're let's see. Those parts of Pennsylvania still have like Amish and all that shit. So like, yeah, this makes sense. This is a real thing.
This Facebook thing too, it goes through like all of the stuff, right? So it's like looking for juvenile, 2:15 a.m. Assault, 2:58, males for earlier assault. 8:13, debris in the roadway, 8:23, suspicious person, and then it goes to the Chuck E. Cheese for alarm, right?
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, someone's always pulling that alarm, right?
Yeah.
So that was at 1:16 p.m.
Sure.
But in this list of things is Home Depot, Commerce Boulevard, Home Depot for disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle for the dead trees. They were escorted out of the building. And then it's shooting, intoxicated person. That goes through all of the list of all the calls they got that day.
Some would say that's the most dangerous call they received that day.
I think so. They didn't know if it was actually going to work.
Yeah.
And then the trees are there, right?
And then
it's a really dangerous situation.
Yeah.
For the police. And this is what we're talking about. They go in to the dangerous situations when most of us are just moving over to electrical.
Yeah.
And think about it. The ceiling for how badly intervening on an exorcism could go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it.
Higher, okay? It's
much higher.
Much
higher.
Much less likely, but a gang member shooting off in a neighborhood, not going to rip your soul out of your mouth.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what you're dealing with. When you
what
get
you're
into the supernatural, the exorcism, the undead, if you will, now we're getting into really dangerous territory.
Goddamn right we are. And it's a good way to end the show.
It really
Because
is.
if you're in a Home Depot and people are trying to exercise trees, dead trees, and they
I
come
just
back
wish
to
they
life,
had video of them
call the police.
do you know what I mean?
Call the police.
Whatever they were doing, the ritual, the
Yeah.
feeling the wood,
Sage.
the sage.
A lot of sage.
Always sage.
We can literally FOI that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be great.
Right.
I'll get on that.
We'll
Yeah.
do that and Cosby on a loop,
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah. And that's
just
the whole
to
show.
remind people of what is really happening in the world that they need to be worried about,
Exactly.
and not this other bullshit.
You also need to be worried about giving us a 5-star and a quick review on iTunes. Okay? Because that's the only thing that'll keep us in the charts. Jabes, lead us out of here with a Cosby effect, please. Love it. I will never get tired of it. That might live for years at this point. Who knows? For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. J Fire, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.